Today, we're taking a look at this brand new release from Iggypop live at the Montreux Jazz Festival 2023. What's up, everyone? It's Ben from the Vinyl Jukebox, and if you haven't done so already, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And also be sure to check out the merch page. I put a link down in the description below. We've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got crew neck sweatshirts, all that good stuff, so please be sure to check it out and support the channel. All right, let's get right into it. So this is Iggypop's 7th live album released and his 2nd appearance at the Montreux Jazz Festival. This was recorded back in 2023 when he was promoting his new album, Every Loser, produced by Andrew Watt. That was a great album, by the way. I absolutely love that one. And my initial thoughts on this album, Iggypop is exploding with energy throughout the whole album. He's playing a really good mix of old classics, both from the Thestooges and his solo career, as well as some newer songs from the new album as well, and they blend in really nicely. What I found really weird about this live album was Iggy decided to include a 7-piece band in back of him, which included a horn section, trombone, and trumpet player. And to be honest, I felt like they didn't really fit well with these songs. I found them a bit distracting, to be honest. Didn't really fit well with the more classic songs. Even with the newer songs, I felt like the horns were kind of forced and kind of just stuck in there and didn't really belong in the songs. But to be honest, the rest of the band was rocking. They were fantastic, especially the 2 guitar players that play with Iggy. Just awesome guitar playing, awesome guitar work, great musicianship all around with the rest of the band. We'll go into the players in just a little bit. And like I said before, this set contains a really good mix of newer material as well as older Thestooges and classic Iggypop solo material. And the songs blend in really nicely. Songs like Modern Day Ripoff and Frenzy blend in really well with songs like Raw Power and Lust for Life. And I thought that when I heard his new album for the first time, wow, this sounds like a classic Thestooges or classic Iggy album. So it really lives up to that through this live album. What I also love about this live album is it sounds very raw, unedited. You could hear the cracks in Iggy's voice. You could hear the mistakes with the band a little bit, but I love it. It's that raw rock and roll energy. It's what we expect from Iggypop. So this one really lives up to that Iggypop name, that godfather of punk reputation and expectation that we have for Iggy. So without further ado, let's take a look at the album packaging itself. Now, I actually didn't know that this was going to come with a Blu-ray. Maybe I didn't read the description carefully enough on Amazon, but I didn't know that this was coming with a Blu-ray of the concert, and I was really pleasantly surprised because the Blu-ray video was just fantastic. I thought that it was filmed very nicely. I felt that the sound quality was excellent there, and you even get a little bit of an intro to the set, a little strange like guitar, violin intro thing. So that was really cool to see as well. But we have the front here, we have Iggy doing Iggy things and the crowd looking all hyped up and that classic Montreux Jazz Festival logo there. So opening this up, and it is this kind of digipack situation here. We have a really cool shot of Iggy, and then we have the 2 discs there. It says Iggypop. Let me just turn that around there. Whoop. One thing I have to say is the packaging was really tight. It was a little difficult getting these discs out of there, but we got the Montreux Jazz Festival, and we have Iggypop, CD, and Blu-ray. Decided to go with the CD on this one, just because live albums, I usually like going with the CD, because especially when it's a 2-disc live album on vinyl, it just makes it a lot easier having the CD. It does include a tiny little booklet here. Just some quick information. You get kind of the same artwork as on the discs, but some information. You get the players here, the band, Iggypop on vocals, obviously, Leron Thomas on trumpet and backing vocals, Corey King, trombone backing vocals, Sarah Lipstate on guitar and soundscapes. That's that violin intro, like guitar, violin, Jimmy Page intro that I told you guys about. She was really good throughout the set. Florian, I'm going to mess this name up, Florian Pellissier on keyboards, Greg Falk on guitar. That probably didn't sound right, but he was a phenomenal guitar player. He was shredding the whole time. Just awesome Iggy guitar player there. Kenny Ruby on bass and Thibaut Brendalis on drums. Now, Iggypop has been living in France for a while now, so I wouldn't be surprised if these are French backing musicians that he has teamed up with. Then we have information about the crew, management, all that stuff. And we have some information on the back here. I like how it also said on the back cover here, you get the sets for both the Blu-ray and the CD. The only difference is that this intro track Rune is added to the Blu-ray that you don't get on the CD. And I think for the reason where you don't really get that full soundscape effect on the CD, or you wouldn't get that on the CD than you would on the Blu-ray. It says a little quote from Iggy here: "I give something extra every time I do Montreux Jazz. In 23, it was deep cuts like Mass Production and Endless Sea, 5'1", and a hell of a lot of sweat time before that it was my front tooth and a lot of blood," in classic Iggy fashion. Stravinsky Ski Hall is special, like Carnegie or the Garden or Sydney Opera. I've dived in them all. Iggypop. Awesome stuff from him. And I really loved hearing 5'1" there, that track from, what's the album? New Values. So really cool hearing that deep cut on this album. So just going through the track listing here. The album starts with 5'1", like I said. The live set, I should say, starts with 5'1". Then you go into that classic Stooges, hard and heavy, grimy song, TVI. Modern day ripoff, a newer song. Raw Power, classic Stooges, second era of Stooges, that James Williamson era. Then you get Gimme Danger from the same album, Raw Power album. The Passenger, some Iggy classic solo, Lust for Life, Endless Sea, deep track, Death Trip, Sick of You, another Stooges song, I Want to Be Your Dog, the classic Stooges hit. Iggy can't go through a set without playing that one. Search and Destroy, love that one. Mass Production, a deep track there. Nightclubbin', the classic Iggy solo song from his first solo record, not including the James Williamson record. Down on the Street, another classic Stooges song, Loose, and then the set ends with the new single from his new album, Frenzy. So a really cool mix there. I thought that, you know, he put in 2 new songs. I felt like maybe he could have put in 1 or 2 more. That would have been cool, but obviously he has so many hits. He has so many tracks that just need to be played in an Iggypop set that it's tough to stick those new songs in for sure. So my thoughts again, I thought this was a really well-balanced set. I thought that Iggy's energy and his vocals come through so clearly from the CD to the Blu-ray. I think that Iggy sounds great. For a 74-year-old guy at the time of recording, 77 now, I think that he looks and sounds great. I mean, he wears his rock and roll experience and all the scars proudly on his chest. Even from the first song you could see on the Blu-ray, he comes out in a vest and he rips the vest off right away, and he's just, you know, shirtless Iggy, and that's just the way that we like him. And, you know, he's not diving in the crowd much anymore. He's not, you know, jumping around as much as he used to, but you could see he still has that energy, and like I said, it comes through on his vocals, so it's really great. So I would recommend this live album. I think that it definitely lives up to his others. I have a few here that I wanted to show real quick from the collection, because obviously I bought a CD here, and I have to show some vinyl because it is the vinyl jukebox. So some of my Iggypop and / Stooges live albums here, and some of my favorites actually. We have the classic Metallic KO, Iggy and the Stooges. I mean, this one is just as raw and rockin' as you can get. So love that one. We've got this one I got fairly recently, a couple years ago. This was the Stooges live at Goose Lake. This was a long lost legendary show put out by Third Man Records. This is actually the purple Rough Trade exclusive. So really cool there. But this is like classic era, like first era of Stooges. Sound quality is not the best on this one, but I know that it's the story behind this. This comes with a whole booklet, so really cool live album. This one is cool just for the fact I love the way that this looks. I don't usually buy picture discs, but I mean, look at that. And the hole there and the record is Iggy's mouth. I mean, come on. This is just a really cool looking picture disc released for Record Store Day a number of years ago. You know, this is from the Stooges reunion with James Williamson, so the second time around reunion. Includes songs like 1970, Night Theme, Beyond the Law, I Want to Be Your Dog, Open Up and Bleed, Funhouse. It has an interview on it, so really cool stuff there. Next up, and this one's really raw, really great as well. This is Iggypop TVI Live. This is his solo stuff, as well as some Stooges on here too. So we've got TVI, Fun Time, 16. I love 16. I Got It Right. This one is a promo copy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take this out and see. Yes, it is. It's got one of those circular promo stamps there. Very cool. And this last one, this is another Record Store Day release. This is Iggypop live at the Paris Hippodrome. In 1977. This is a really great set. It's got, you know, a nice mix of Iggypop solo as well as Stooges songs. You got Lust for Life, Passenger, I Got It Right, Success, Raw Power, I Want to Be Your Dog. You know, you just have a great mix of songs here, and it's on a really nice green vinyl there, released for Record Store Day. I know that this one you could get pretty cheap too. Some of these Iggypop live albums for Record Store Day went on a deep discount, you know, after Record Store Day, much as many of the Record Store Day titles do. All right, everybody, there you have it. That is my review, and I wouldn't say unboxing, but I guess quick tour of the new Iggypop album live at Montreux 2023. And let me know in the comments below, have you checked out this album, whether you picked up a physical copy or checked it out on streaming? What do you think of this? I think it's one of his best live albums for sure, and I love how it included the Blu-ray with it. Definitely a perk of picking up the CD copy. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video. Subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, share the video, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching.